there was a situation with a bus. I was coming out at the end of your street. Kirsty stood on the corner, trying to come around the corner. The bus isn't moving. There's cars in all directions. I noticed she was there, turned to wave at her just as traffic started moving, and I almost drove into the bus. Hello and welcome to MGP322. I'm Kev, and with me as ever, there's Sheepdog, Anna, and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Hello.
322.
It's not 322. You've been wrong for weeks now.
I'm wrong.
Someone's got to give, Pab, and it's obviously not going to be me. So eventually, you're just going to cave in and start numbering them my way. It's episode 323. If
people are listening, we'll see that it says 322 on the show notes. Don't get confused by Kev shouting 323.
But the people who are listening will also remember, if they glance back at the notes they took when they were listening to last week's podcast, that I introduced
last week's
322.
No, you didn't. You didn't, though.
I did, Pab. I've got that written down as well. I did.
Got it wrong then, because I remember not correcting you last week, because I thought
I thought that was unusual that you didn't correct me last week.
That's because you said 321 last week. I guarantee it.
Right,
so I would have corrected you.
Hold on. Let's call it up. If this is what it's coming to. I can't believe I'm having to prove you
I would have corrected you last week otherwise.
The work you've created for yourself here, Pab, because I'm going to listen back to it now and check, and you're going to have to edit in the clip because I'm going to go silent while I do it. So let's have a look. MGP, you've lumbered it as 321. Let's have a listen to what old Kev's got to say.
I'm fairly confident you did.
Are we sitting in silence while you play last week's podcast? Is that what we're reduced to?
No, we're going to carry on talking while he listens.
I see. Okay.
I'm not editing last week's podcast into this week's podcast.
So what you're saying is this is filler while we wait for Kev to return and admit he was wrong.
Yeah,
you edited that, you swine.
I didn't edit that. I didn't do anything. I assumed you just given up on it. The fact, you'd ballsed it up somewhere. I didn't touch it. He told you.
I've read 323 as next week's. We're both wrong. I was looking at Friday the 1st of February.
Oh, here we go. It's
supposed to be 322 today.
I thank you.
Historians, go back and listen to the last 5. We're both wrong. We've skipped forward 2 now, I think.
You're a pair of morons.
I'm not a moron in the slightest. I'm the one putting the numbers down. I'm the one uploading them. 322. Thank you, Kev.
Yeah,
Carry on.
I think the numbering has gone very wrong somewhere along the lines. I think we're both wrong, but I'll adjust it and I'll do 325 next week to get it back, get it right again. I've changed it in my notes. I'm not going to ask how you all are yet because I was supposed to do an advert for MGPX right at the top of the show and Pab threw me with his nonsense. So MGPX 2019 is maybe happening on, when is it? The Saturday, the 20th of July, I want to say. If that's the date.
Check, but I've got wax all over my hands, so
that's a good reason not to check.
Yeah.
If you want to go, you need to go to lelujo.fm/MGPX and purchase a ticket. If we don't raise the £500 we need to book the event by the end of February, the event will be cancelled. And obviously anyone who's already bought a ticket, their money comes back. That's how crowdfunding stuff works.
What?
Don't worry. Yeah, I know. We don't get to keep it, Sheepdog. I'm sorry. But, yeah, if it doesn't go ahead, I'll be very sad. In fact, if MGPX doesn't go ahead, I'm just going to quit the podcast. Let's put double jeopardy on it. You're not only trying to fund MGPX happening in July, but if we really have reached a point where we can't even put MGPX on anymore, I'm just going to retire from podcasting. There you go. Let's put double pressure on it. If you want the podcast to continue, let's make sure MGPX can happen, because otherwise I'll just be grumpy. You don't want to hear me grumpy on the podcast. Grumpy Kev does not a good podcast make. Does anyone else want to add
Have you not put a date on this Indiegogo?
It doesn't look like it, does it?
I'm scrolling through it. I cannot. I wonder nobody knows when it is.
It's in July sometime.
Yeah, it doesn't even say that.
People don't need to know when it is. They just need to pay us, and then we'll tell them when it is afterwards.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think it's in the FAQ.
In all seriousness, I doubt there's many people who've looked at that and gone, "Oh, I don't know when it is. I won't ask. I'll just not."
Saturday, 20th of July at the Brewery Tap in Peterborough. Yeah, it's on the FAQ.
Right.
So it is on there.
Okay.
So I even got the date right from memory. Oh, I'm so good. I'm just good at everything. I'm very good. But yeah, we need to raise $5. I mean, to be fair, we're already 28% of the way towards the goal with 30 days left. So we are on target to do it. I'm just adding extra pressure because people need their weekly dose of us talking to them. So they have to pay for that as well now.
The sooner we get it done, the sooner we can book it and get some proper solid plans in order.
It's booked. We just don't have to.
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
But we need to know how far over we've gone so we know if we can book Ariana Grande to headline it or not and all that kind of thing. If we raise $8,000, we'll probably book Chris Akabusi, for example.
Well, Ariana's already coming because she owes me a favour, but Akabusi still continues to ignore me.
It's because he's afraid of you.
I think he muted me early on, and just it's obviously slipped his mind since.
He's forgotten to unmute you after your sentence was served.
Exactly. I felt it's the same thing with Alan Sugar. I don't know what I did to offend him, but I'm blocked.
I can guess some of the things you probably did to offend Alan Sugar. You do tend to just tweet aggressively at people on occasions for no real reason.
You're not Lord Sugar.
Piers Morgan.
Perhaps you did it when he was still Sir Alan.
But Piers Morgan hasn't blocked me. That's the hilarious thing. I've blocked him.
Oh, because he's tweeting you.
This is it.
I feel like I need to unblock Piers Morgan because it's like I'm missing out on important zeitgeist information by not knowing what's going on. You lot are talking about him every week. He's been blocked for like a year and a half. I don't know. What's he up to now?
Everything that you're doing videos about, he's doing the opposite for. That's the reason you're doing videos about them, but you don't probably realise it.
Interesting. Perhaps I should unblock him so that I can get 2 days ahead on my videos.
You probably can't even do that. You'd have to have the same agent as him, basically.
Yeah, but if I'm doing stuff because it's hot, because he tweeted about it a couple of days previously, if I just start making videos about everything he's tweeting about as he's tweeting about it, then I'm going to be ahead of the curve.
Maybe you need to hack his account and just start tweeting about whatever you've done videos about like the hour before so that you're already ahead of the curve even more.
I do like to be ahead of the curve.
You are basically Jeremy Clarkson. You could easily make the move to becoming Piers Morgan.
I'm a lovable king of the vegans. What are you talking about? What you're doing is making the mistake of confusing podcast Kev with Twitter and YouTube Kev. They're two very different characters.
Are you part of the Metropolitan Elite on Twitter? And
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. It's something that some of the...
Again, what you got to remember is I don't actually read anything on Twitter. Unless someone's atted me, I don't know it's happened. The amount of times people are surprised that I don't know something that's gone on with somebody. Do people really just sit there reading other people's tweets?
I've got someone on Twitter who doesn't follow me and hasn't. I don't think he listens to any of our shows or anything. I don't really know how he stumbled across me, but he searches my at RB6K and just sees what I'm talking about and then disagrees with me. I said to you on Twitter the other day, actually, I asked you about it because I thought it was you messing around. But it's been going on for too long and you've not got the attention span.
But I wouldn't remember what your Twitter is to be able to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's not like I say it every week to you, straight after you say yours. I thought that was, we were all just reminding each other of our Twitter handles. But I don't get it. I said to him one day, you don't even follow me. Why do you keep tweeting me? He said, I just have a list of people that I search for and I just see what they're up to. And I was like, there's another way to go about that. You just click follow and then you read the wall. But he prefers it his way. He prefers to use Twitter the wrong way. And I don't understand.
You're all using Twitter the wrong way. If you're reading a wall, walls haven't existed since Facebook 10 years ago, have they?
Well, that's what Twitter is. It's just a wall, isn't it? Or is it a feed?
It's a feed.
It's just people messaging me. That's all Twitter is. And replying to what I've tweeted. Right, I think... Have we done enough selling MGPX yet? Has the ticket numbers gone up? Is this going out live, Pab?
No,
after what you did.
Live. No,
Why is it going out live? I'm not moving on until we've raised at least £200 on the Indiegogo.
Have you got the page up?
Yeah, I'm looking right at it now. It's not £200 yet. Also, I think I may have copyright striked us by mistake. Are either of you logged into the MGP YouTube channel? This is probably a conversation we could have off air, but the video I attached to the Indiegogo, which I just chopped out the bit of the vlog where I talked about it, cut out that whole 5-minute segment, uploaded it as a separate video to the podcast YouTube channel.
No.
But now it's showing as unavailable. So I wonder if my network have done a copyright strike on the podcast and I need to get that revoked because it's not available anymore.
Wow. Wow.
I have no idea. And I don't really want to log into it because I don't know how to log back into my own one.
That's all on you then, Pab.
I can have a look, but it'll just... No, I don't have the login credentials on right now.
Well, I must have it somewhere because I managed to upload this video a week and a half ago, so I'll figure it out at some point. But yeah, when I went on there just now and tried to click on the video, it's saying this video is unavailable. And I can't imagine why it would be unavailable because I remember uploading it.
But would you not have got an email saying you've got a copyright strike or something like that?
That would have gone through to the Gmail. I'll look at that. Are you sure you didn't just do it from your own channel? Because I remember you saying you were going to put a clip on at the end of your.
I'm pretty sure.
When do you reckon it would have happened?
I'm going to try and get logged in and work out what's gone on. You lot, tell me how your weeks are going. I'm desperately interested in how you're getting on with your week. Are we all good? Are we all happy? I'm interested. I just want you lot to speak while I do this.
Did you say you're paralysed, Anna?
No.
I thought you said I'm paralysed. It's like, what the hell? What?
Yeah, that was point 4 on our list of things to talk about.
Oh, by the way, everyone. We had a pre-show. We don't normally plan or talk about anything before the show, but I messaged Kev to say, should we not highlight the fact I don't think any of us have played anything. So we're kind of entirely reliant on Anna to tell us what she's played this week. Otherwise, I've literally done nothing. This has probably been the quietest week ever in terms of stuff. I'm sat here reading through my emails trying to find whether we've been copywritten struck at the moment.
No, we haven't. For some reason, the video had been clicked to private. I've just flicked it back over to unlisted, and now it's appeared. I don't know why that had been privated. That was weird. Yeah, now, if my network are doing what they're supposed to be doing, now we'll get the copyright strike.
Yeah.
So you had a quiet week?
Very, very. It's just been boring, and I don't really know how to string that out any further than what I already have. So, yeah, how's your week been?
Relatively the same. I'm in wind down mode now because I know I'm building a new computer in 2 weeks' time. I'm just like, there's no point playing stuff now and on this machine. So I've just literally all I've been doing is just.
You're not even going to call it a computer anymore. This machine.
Don't you centrally save them?
Hang on, what? No, what?
Can't you just save your save file?
I could do, but then it wouldn't. It seems kind of pointless me installing new games that I'm going to only install in 2 weeks.
Well, they don't take 13 days to install.
No, but it seems kind of pointless. Like I say, if all I'm playing is Fortnite anyway, and there's nothing really new on the horizon. The only thing that I realistically want to try is Hitman 2, but the Hitman 2 is the reason I'm buying a new PC because this one can't do it. You
want to try a little thing called console gaming because you'd have to.
I've already paid for it now. I'm not buying another version of the Hitman just because of what I'm playing on the Xbox.
Yeah,
I didn't realise
he's going to buy a new PC.
Yeah, I was buying a new PC. So that's the right thing to do.
Didn't realise people still invested in PCs. That's actually genuinely shocked me a little bit. I thought it was all kind of much of a muchness now. All of the gigahertz are the same, aren't they?
No.
What's got faster in the world of computing since the last time I had a PC?
It's insane. It's insane the amount of stuff that's. I expected to be spending about $2,000 for a new PC, and it's nowhere near that. So if anything,
I got the top level of everything when I got mine a year ago and didn't pay anywhere near $2,000.
It's what I'm saying. I expected to pay about $2,000, and then I literally went through. I thought it's not as bad as I thought. It's still going to cost me around £1,500, but it's not as bad as. And then tomorrow I'm going to order myself a new monitor because that's what you do.
Only one. Only one.
Well, I've already got two monitors. I've already got two monitors in here. I don't need two gaming monitors. I need one to have Discord on and one to play the games on.
You're not going to have matching monitors.
No, I've never had matching monitors. I can't be bothered. I'm too tight to buy the same monitor twice.
That is weird, Pab. You're supposed to be having like a seamless, no gap in the middle.
Yeah, I've got my two ultra-wides touching each other and slightly angling so they surround me a little bit.
Yeah, I can't afford it though. The monitors I'm buying are like nearly £400 each.
You shouldn't have jumped into buying a computer until you had the extra £400 then, Pab.
Or just get slightly less quality, lower quality.
No, I want a game on it. I want a monitor that's 144 hertz and has the G Sync in it and what have you.
I'll make you one for £300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll make me one.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, explain.
Well, I'll just buy a £150 one, tell you it's got all that on, and you won't be able to tell the difference, just like everybody else.
Oh no, you definitely would.
No, you wouldn't.
You would.
Nope.
I think you would.
No.
I've seen the videos. I've seen the videos of them. You definitely can.
Were you watching them on a monitor that does that? Because otherwise, how could you possibly tell? And if you already own one of those monitors, why are you buying another one?
You done there, Pab.
Yeah, mate.
Well, if you've seen the videos, you must have been watching them on one of those displays already, surely.
I see where it compares and contrasts. It goes, this is what it looks like in this one looks like with the thing. And there is difference. If you're
watching that on a lower quality monitor to begin with, how can it possibly be upscaling itself to show you what it's like on a better one?
A video can show frame rate.
I'm flabbergasted, Pab.
What are you on about?
I don't understand. I'm confused.
So, games run, some frame rates are bad and good.
I know people talk about that as if that's a thing, yeah.
So if one's running a certain frame rate and then I could look at a comparison video of one running a much higher frame rate, you can see the difference.
No, you can't.
That's what I'm saying to you.
I'm reminding you that that's nonsense.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
That doesn't exist.
We're going to do the Coke and Pepsi test on you. I'm going to put two different videos in front of you.
You can tell
at different frame rates. No, you can't.
Do you remember? I don't know. It wasn't probably the last time this came up, but there was a time when we were insisting that people just. I mean, there's obviously going to be some minor detail, but we tried it by telling everyone we'd got a new mixer and then counting the amount of people who told us the new mixer was making a great difference to the show. And we'd just been recording the same show on the same kit we always recorded it on. But when everyone thinks that something new is going on or something better is going on, they just see it better. And I feel like that's the same with this.
Exactly.
Okay, well.
So if you send me the £300 for the monitor, I'll send you your £400 monitor and everyone wins.
No. No, definitely not.
I shouldn't have told him how I was doing it.
Yeah, you give it all away.
Well, video games then, they're a thing that exist. Anna.
Yes.
Yeah?
You played a new one.
Oh yeah?
Did. Yeah.
Would you like to tell us about it?
New one.
It came out today.
Is it what I think it is?
Well, it came out today. I got it yesterday.
The one that we discussed last week briefly?
Yeah.
Would you like to tell the listeners what it is?
Yeah.
So people know what you're talking about.
So I got Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I no longer want to play it because it scares the juice out of me.
Was the first moment you realised it wasn't worth playing when you went into the Kendo gun shop and you stood there waiting for the man to go, "Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't shoot, I'm human!" And then that didn't happen. It didn't happen. The man just grabs you and goes, "Don't move." And I just thought, this game's dead to me. Great. Not interested. You ruined the best part. Well done.
You remember some weirdly specific
Yeah.
details about
Because that was one of the greatest, like, I don't know, it was just ridiculous. It was such bad acting.
But
It just
surely
made
you
me-
only ever saw it once. How do you remember it?
I'm sure I told you, maybe I wasn't talking to you. I thought I was talking to you last week when I said that I was friends with a girl who, looking back, really liked me, and we played Resident Evil together a heck of a lot.
Yeah, but I didn't realise you meant you were playing it over and over again.
Well, I wasn't very good at the game. If you'd have let me do the topic I suggested for this week, games that we didn't complete because for stupid reasons, Resident Evil 2 was, and I restarted that game about 1 billion times in an attempt to get better at it and redo it. And the "Don't Stop, I'm Human" bit in the Kendo gun shop was one of the greatest parts of the whole
Why did you
series.
keep restarting it? Why didn't you just try and finish it?
Well, because you just want to try and just be better prepared at the start, I suppose. Just have more weapons and.
You just like that
Yes.
opening 10 minutes, didn't you, Sheepdog? That's all. You just like that opening 10
Well,
minutes.
yeah,
and
I mean,
that
the
was it.
opening hour of the game, I've played the opening hours of many a game. That could have been another topic we'd have done. But no, that stands out for me as one of that and the Jill sandwich bit from Resident Evil 1. Did they put that in the remake of that? Have they even remade that? I don't remember.
I think the
Resident
remake
Evil 1,
one. Yeah.
But they probably just took the life out of that bit by removing the Jill sandwich, and it would.
Well, it got that got took out, I think, in the GameCube remake, and that.
So they just don't get it.
The current remake is like a HD update of the GameCube one. So
What's wrong with these people? They just don't understand where they're like proper gaming memes. When I put this on Twitter and it was getting, I said, can someone send me the clip? And it was getting someone messaged me on WhatsApp saying I'd completely forgotten about the Kendo gun shop, man. That's fantastic. And then I went and looked to see if I could find the clip because I remembered Anna saying she played the first hour online and, he's not there. There's some weird, overly dramatic scene where there's a zombie in the background. It looks like a dead girl or something over his shoulder. I was just like, this looks rubbish. What are they doing? Sack the whole thing off. Cancel Resident Evil.
So it's terrifying now.
yeah,
So I was playing it, and so you're on your way to Raccoon City. That was fine. Went to a petrol station. That was fine. Got to the police station and did all that, and that was fine. And then a helicopter decided to crash into the building. That was fine. And I got out of the police station the way it was telling you to. And then I went down some ladders that broke, and I couldn't go back. And I had to get rid of the fire that the helicopter had caused. I did that, and then I thought, I can go past that now because it was out. I could go through it, and I went round the corner. It started to move, and this tyrant zombie came at me. I was fine. I just shot him in the head, and he went to the ground, and I left. And then he proceeded to follow me everywhere I went. So I'm no longer playing it. I might go back to it on a different, earlier save and not go that way because he does not stop. He is terrifying. And I was just like, nope.
If you're a real gamer, you'd just take him down. You'd just.
Oh, I tried. I put at least 20 shotgun bullets into his head, and he does not die.
Try 22.
No, terrifying. I played this when I was 13, and I don't remember being that scared of him.
I don't remember the tyrant being particularly prevalent in it early on.
I'm going through it thinking, I know I've played this game, but I'm going through it thinking, I'm not remembering any of this. And I know I played it because I played 2, and then I played
I remember
3.
there being a tyrant, obviously, because it's he's called something else in the third one, isn't he? And he's everywhere in that. Yeah, and that one does follow you around quite a lot.
Well, the Nemesis, the monster in the Nemesis, I've already beat him in this one. A version of it with the big eye in his arm. he's already shown up and I've already dealt with him. So this guy is just like a big. He looks like the shiny guy from Deadpool. I forget his name.
Colossus.
Yeah,
She means Mr. Sparkle.
Guy.
That's what he looks like, and it terrified me because he just doesn't stop, and when he hits you, you know about it. Like you go straight from green to red, and it's just like, oh.
I wouldn't know about it.
You can't. But I think maybe
It's just like nothing happened.
No, maybe because I'm tired and I'm not feeling very well. I can't cope with it. It actually scares me. So I'm just like, no. So, I was happy that I got it, and the first bit was excellent, going around finding things and finding guns and just exploring. But exploring with normal zombies around is fine. When that follows you, you're like, no, thank you.
Would you like to tell people what you played instead?
Yeah, I played Borderlands 2 instead.
Do you not feel, I mean, I know.
Wow.
It probably sounds like I'm jesting about this gun shop man, and I'm not going on about him, but it does worry me that they've remastered this and they've got rid of some of the quirky bad acting and bits that made it funnier, like late 90s stuff. Yeah. And I'm looking at, and it's completely unrelated in a different company, but it's making me worry that, like, when I finally get this FF7 remake, that they're not going to have some of the hilarious bits in that again, for me, are like 90s memes, like Barrett going like, where's its effing head, about the first time he sees Genova. I can't imagine him having a voice actor shouting what he shouts. Like, I've obviously abbreviated, it's just all like starred out on the thing. But I remember playing that with my friend. We were all playing it on separate PlayStations in my mate's living room, and we all got to that point at different times. And I think I got to it quite early on and just was reading it out loud, really, like, yelled it really loud at like 3 a.m, and we were all laughing our heads off because it made him jump. But it was just, we thought it was a funny moment in the game. And there's loads of that in the Final Fantasy VII game that if they get voice actors to do it, they're just not going to do the same thing. It feels like they're trying to level it all up and make it all serious and polished and fancy. But that's going to kill the charm for me. That feels like the bits that I like it for, the reasons I like it, which are quite niche and odd. And I'm not expecting them to know that I have a joke about a lion or whatever that I remember from being a kid. But I don't really want them to take out the dodgy cheese. I always thought Resident Evil was a little bit cheesy, and it only got uncheesy sort of after 5, I think. I don't remember 4. I might not have played that. But 1, 2, and 3 were always a little bit cheesy. Umbrella were a little bit of a cheesy company. They're called Umbrella, for God's sakes. The Umbrella Company. Oh.
Scary,
the whole thing's hammy. It's a zombie game, but they're trying to turn it into some sort of serious art form. It's like,
I guess. Like,
I'm sure it's a great game, though.
It's supposed to be good. I mean, it's
people are raving about it.
We're at 91 on Metacritic right now, so, and a 9.2
I can
score.
see why.
It's supposed to be good, yeah.
It looks really
terrifies
polished.
Me.
Just, well, that's the reason I won't play it. It's not my thing. If someone jumps out at me and scares me, I'm just like, nope. But I just be like, uninstall. Nope.
I want to be scared. I'll open my
bothered.
bank account and look at the balance.
That's grown up problems. So this is survival. This is horror.
But all that, I mean, Ollie's playing the Spyro remake, and that just looks like, you know what I mean? If you, God forbid, had fallen into a coma when the first lot came out, and then woke up from that coma today, you'd turn it on and just carry on playing. You'd just be like, oh, I have to start again, but it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
But they've just polished it, and they've made it work on a 4K telly, whereas, this would, if I woke up from a coma, I'd be like, where's the Kendo gun man? Where's he gone? Can't wait
Why
to
would
restart.
you be restarting again?
Yeah.
Well, my
Because
save
just
would be
carry
there.
on from where you got to.
My save wouldn't be on there. I'd be like, oh no, my PS1, where is it gone? I'll start on this new console. And I'd go, right, I'm going to go to the gun store, get some ammo. Oh man, he's gone. He's been replaced by somebody else. It's not right.
But the controls are better than the original one, aren't they? They've at least that's.
Yeah, I like the camera. That's helpful. I never used to like the static camera.
Yeah.
Like Gary would have jump scares, but I played it. You know what I mean? And that's how they were then. Now I enjoy it being over there. You have more of like a field of view. You can actually see you can hear them. So at least you can like look around and see where they are. And it's obviously done pretty. You can play as Leon or as the other woman.
Jill.
Claire.
No, it's not Jill.
Claire.
Claire
Redfield.
Claire Redfield. So that's cool.
You made a fool of myself then.
Your inventory can be extended, which is always a good thing.
Yeah, that looks good. That's a good thing.
Inventory used to be a pain, especially when you would like have to carry ribbons as well and mess about with that. But now you have a storage box where if there's a save point like a typewriter, there's most likely going to be a box there to sort out your inventory, which is good. Your map
Sorry, go on.
Your map will show you where you've left stuff or where stuff has because you can board up windows now. So where windows used to be like smashed through, you can go and board them up, and they would give you a little bit of a respite from the zombies trying to get in, which is cool. And like I said, the map, excuse me, shows you where you've left items, or there's a quest marker, or there's still something to do in that room. So the rooms are red, and then when you've completely done what you've had to do in that room, it will just go to black, and then you can just pass through there and not have to think about anything in there. But yeah, I just need to get over the fear of that big guy, because you hear him coming, because I didn't know what to do. I just went and hid, and there he was, and I was like, nope, no. And he's relentless as well, because I've got to go and find this electrical bit, which is in a clock tower, but I don't know how to get up to the clock tower, and it frightens me because I have to keep going back and forth. And like I've read online, it's like, make sure you know where you're going. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know where I'm going. And it's scary. And apparently I've got to go and find a crank to get the jack to move the bookcase so I can jump over. Easy, but I don't know where this crank is. Not a clue.
Could be anywhere.
It could be. So
I'm surprised they have forced you to still save at typewriters and haven't just let you save where you are. You would have thought that would have been...
like typewriters are there for saving, but it also auto-saves. So like today I went back on it. I thought, right, I'm going to get through this. I'll be fine. And it had just saved before he turns up. So I went round the corner and there he was, like, pushing things
When
out.
is this game set? Why are there typewriters lying around?
It's set back in the day, 1998.
What day?
I don't know. This is what they did. There was typewriters. That's where you saved at. They have computers in this game, but typewriters were just the thing you used. And you would have to find ribbon. Like bracket.
I'm just trying to think back to 1998. It would have taken me days to find a typewriter.
Yeah, I had a typewriter.
And that's why you never saved your game.
But the thing is, you would have to find the ribbon to save. I think they were only a one-use thing. So if you had played for 4 hours and didn't have a ribbon, you kind of like couldn't save until you found one. I think.
What a stupid game.
Yeah, it used to be because like I said, that used to be really, really anxiety inducing, because you would only have set amount in your inventory, and then one of them would have been taken up by this ribbon that you would have to carry around with you until you found a save spot or a supply box. Because your supply
I always
box,
carry a ribbon with me.
your supply box in every room will have the same stuff that you've put in it in a different place.
So hold on, we've got teleporting boxes, but still using typewriters.
I always used to imagine there was a tube underneath everything, just going around.
Why don't you just ride down in the tube rather than going where the zombies are?
Yeah.
You don't fit down though, because you're only like putting keys and
ribbons
and stuff in it. But like there's in the old days when you played these games, you would have certain keys that only worked on certain doors. And now I know, but
no, I was laughing because It says like that this door has a heart etched under it.
Yep.
I didn't know what etched meant. So I read the door that said this door has a spade etched under it. So I assumed I couldn't open it because someone had wedged a spade underneath it. This door has a club wedged under it, I'm thinking. I'm like, fair enough, a club, a spade. This door has a heart etched under it. And I'm like, who's jamming a door shut with a heart? And it was only like the diamond that made me go, oh, I'm thinking a diamond. That'd be tiny, but it all made sense.
Yeah,
but
so like
I wasn't the brightest kid.
So obviously you would have these keys in your inventory. When you've opened all the doors that need that, it has a little red tick to it, which means you can just discard that. You don't need that anymore, so you don't have to think about it, which is cool because then it tells you you don't need them and you can just forget about them. So like there was a crank that I needed to open one of them crank things, and then it had a little red tick to it saying that I didn't need it anymore. So
Well, now you're looking for a crank. It tricked you a bit.
I'm looking for a different one because that was like a valve cranky thing. I'm looking for like a jack one, for a car jack one. I know it's very strange, but I think I need to go back on my saves and not go that way and just go and find this electrical part, and then because I know I'm gonna have to go through that and through him, but hopefully I can do it a different way and not have him follow me so much because I don't know how to get to the clock tower. I have to get there. And
you think Leon would learn that he's basically wherever he goes, this tyrant thing follows. So he's basically clearing a path for this really deadly zombie. If he just left things alone, and climbed up onto a roof or something, he could just wait it out, couldn't he?
He could, but he won't.
No. It's classic Leon.
But I'm like, so today I was like watching that, like I was watching someone else play the game because I wanted to see what they were doing, and so that finished, and another trailer came on, which was Kingdom Hearts 3. Now I have no interest in this game.
I find that surprising.
Until I watched that.
Oh, Sheepdog. Wait and see how the story ends.
Yeah.
So I was watching the trailer. I was like, oh, that's nice. Because like I was half watching it, you know what I mean? Because we're going to Disney and stuff. I was glancing. I was like, oh, there's some tangled. Oh, look, oh, there's a Little Mermaid. I do love her. And oh, this Toy Story. And I was like, oh, okay. And then another one came on. So obviously, YouTube do what YouTube do, and it took me on to another one about it, and I was just watching it, and by the end of that video I had pre-ordered it and it was on its way. Like, I don't know how
you never played the other two?
Yeah, I've played them. Like, I played them years and years ago, and then I got they redid them or something about 2 years ago, and I played that, but I didn't find because I can remember first playing it, and I was like a teenager when I last played them. I remember buying it. I remember playing it.
I remember a typewriter. It was so long ago.
No, I remember Andy not being around. So it was at least 16 years ago. Well, yeah, 15, 16 years ago. And then I bought it 2 years ago. I thought, oh, this is really. It felt really floaty and just not intuitive at all. I just didn't like the way it felt. So I was like, I've been that. I don't care about 3. But then watching them and people saying that the controls are better and they've got all these fancy things and it's Disney, and I was like, ugh. But yeah, Shop 2, because Shop 2, right, it comes out on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Shop
2 have already shipped my game. Like, I ordered it at 3 and I had an email by 4:30 saying it was shipped. So I might get it tomorrow, but then I might get it on Monday. But then again, I might get it Tuesday, but it's been shipped, so.
I'm flabbergasted that it's taken you until the day before this game comes out to become interested in it, because thinking back to Expo season, this was everywhere. This was the one game that was being pushed more than any other game. At every convention we went to, they had the big displays. They had playable versions of it. They had the Toy Story bedroom set that you go and have your pictures taken in front of. This was everywhere at EGX, at Comic-Con, both in London and Birmingham. It was everywhere. Did you not notice it, or were you just?
I did. I just weren't bothered because I got the 2.5 edition. So that was like I don't know what was in that collection, but there was this, and this, and I played it, and I remembered like from when I played it when I was younger. I was like, yes, this all makes sense. I know what I'm doing. I have played this. I have finished this. But then playing it again, I just felt I've done this before, and I just didn't like the way it felt. And because of that, when I played it a few years ago, I was just like, I don't care. But then because of YouTube, showing me stuff, and I'm like, I wasn't even watching it. I was looking at uni stuff, and it was just on, and I just kept looking at it. I was like, oh, that's pretty. Like the Keyblade changes into different weapons, and you can have 5 people in your group. You can go and play mini games with Winnie the Pooh. You can see Captain Jack. They have what are they called? Oh my god, what are they called?
You had me.
In Final Fantasy.
That's all I need.
In Final Fantasy X, what are the big ones called? Not Aeons.
Yeah.
What are they called? Not Aeons, though. There's a different word for them.
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't remember. They have basically. It's like.
I've typed in FFX, the big ones.
So they're not called Aeons in this, but they're like big spells that you can bring down and.
So the summons in Final Fantasy X.
Summoning, yes, summons. That's it. So you can. They have these now, and apparently one is a big ship. I don't know, but a big ship from the Caribbean film.
Oh, it's like the Black Pearl or something.
Yeah, and that comes down and smashes whatever. But that's cool. Yeah. So
I just love how Mickey's just a don in this series, isn't he? He's just King Mickey. Don't mess with him.
Yeah.
Goofy and Donald are like just incompetent. I don't know why I haven't gone and jumped on this, actually.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't.
Yeah, it's out on Tuesday, but like you've got Monsters Inc. and then like you get to play with, you know where the old doors go, where they store the doors. You go around, you like surf along the metal line things that carry the doors. And I was like, that's actually cool. And you've got Boo there, and you've got Mike, and you've got whatever his name is. And Sully, yeah. And it's like, oh.
He landed a plane that was falling out of the sky, Anna. Like, don't forget his name. He's an American hero.
Oh, brilliant.
And then, like, you can, like, ask people for help, and there's Wreck-It Ralph in there, and he helps you, and you get on his back, and he does things, and then you can go to is it the 1,000-acre wood?
100-acre woods.
I don't know. I don't really.
I'd be lucky if it was 10 these days with deforestation.
To be honest, I didn't know Winnie the Pooh was Disney for a long while until Kevin goes, yeah, he's Disney. I was like, no, he's not.
Was it watching my video on the Winnie the Pooh ride where it all broke down and Winnie the Pooh died? And
I don't know. I've never thought of him being Disney, but you can go there and play little mini games with him. And Kevin's like, oh, as long as you like an Eeyore's there, but like the fact that you can have 5 people in your party instead of just 3 is like excellent. And then like it's based like I was watching the corner, so how like the attacking works, and you've got like shortcuts and spells and attack and just. Yeah, as long as it
does sound like it would be great if they took all the Final Fantasy trash out of it.
So yeah, but as long as it doesn't go down like the Final Fantasy 13 route,
it's one of those things that really confuses me because it's just a bizarre series to have linked. Like everyone can look at any Disney character and go, oh yeah, brilliant. Oh, and even somebody who had played at the time, I think it was only 7 and 8 that were in 2. I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it just seemed odd to me that anyone playing it would be like, could easily be like, and feasibly be like, I don't know who Cloud and Ares and Squall are. I have no idea who you are. No, like, I'm talking to you in this building and I have I knew who they were, but I'm like, why are you here? This is Disney. I guess they just said, we want to do an RPG, and Square must have just gone, yeah, we'll do it. We want to put our own characters in. It'll be weird. People will go, oh, okay. And maybe in Japan, that's probably a good way to bridge the gap. Perhaps that was the reason. Maybe in Japan, they would know these people as household names, whereas they might think Disney's a little bit foreign. Whereas here, we're just like, okay. I mean, I happen to know who they are, but I don't think I'd be as good with the newer ones. I think I'd have... Playing Kingdom Hearts would remind me of Final Fantasy characters I'd forgotten existed, I think, if it was all the modern, like 15, if their characters are in it, that'd be a bit... I mean, I thought it was a great game, but I'd be surprised that they're in it. They don't seem as iconic as Cloud and Squall.
I think it's only... I've only seen the... No, I don't know what his name is. Oh, what was his name? But, like, I know who he is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I look at him and go, oh, yeah, I know where he's from. But, yeah, I can understand, like, if Kevin played it, Kevin would have no idea who these people were. And that, yeah, I don't know.
But I think they needed that involvement because of the main guy. I forgot, oh, God, I can't remember his name. It's terrible. Yeah, I mean, he's basically a Final Fantasy character that's in this world.
Well, he finds a door, doesn't he? And he finds a key and then goes for a door, and then it gets all a bit... I think the first world he goes to is Alice in Wonderland, and he drinks the thing, and he has to catch a mouse and stuff, so...
What's the age rating on this?
I don't know, I'll have a look for it. Well, I'm sure you can look it up, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 10, I think. I think it's 10.
Let's have a look on Metacritic.
I think it's a 10.
Cloud and Sephiroth.
Rating E10 plus, it says.
Yeah.
God damn it. Because it would have been great to play with Ollie. Emily won't want to play it with me, and I won't get a chance to play it on my own.
Emily would. Emily definitely would. If she's still... How old is she? 12?
10.
10? Yeah, she's... This Disney princess in this, for like, she'll want to. If Andy's going to watch, I'm sure...
But then I don't know how I'd play it with her without Ollie feeling massively left out and offended.
But I think the only thing that I think they've only put a 10 in because there is mild drug use, which is Alice in Wonderland. Where I think
she just gets a little high.
Yeah, I think that's the only and the fact that it's fantasy is a bit odd.
Yeah, I suppose they also swing swords at toys or whatever. And it's going to be a bit. I'll think about. I mean, I can't afford it now. I'll probably get it in like 6 months or something when it's.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I can't afford it, but I was like, I need to play this. I start uni again on Thursday. I might as well get 2 days of doing whatever I want because, yeah, it's going to be a hard time. I also played again the first episode of. I forget what.
Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Yeah. So, Kevin's played this and thought. Well, I thought Kevin had played all of it.
No, I've only done the first episode.
Yeah, but he was telling me it was great. So I have started this ages ago, and I started it again, got through the first episode, but that's as far as I've got. I like them, but they seem like you need to do a whole sit down with a whole episode and do it in one, and I don't really have the time for that. But I did enjoy what I played. I do want to go back to it, but now it will probably be when I've finished uni again because it is long-winded sometimes, and the fact that you have to rewind and have to replay stuff, which got on my nerves a little bit. But that was good, and I basically Kevin's got is still paying for Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, that needs resolving.
I don't know why he's doing it.
Because of Forza.
Yeah, so you got it for that. But I went on it and I downloaded. God, I also downloaded the one with the pirates, and that was boring. Oh my God, that was boring. Like, so I started it and I got on this boat with these other people, and I've never played this game in my life. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. And these guys were like trying to get me to come to the ship, but I was in the middle of an island, and I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So I got on a ship, one of them took charge, and I just stood there for like 10 minutes while they did what they did. And I kept getting quests, and I kept looking at quests, and it was telling me to do this, that, and that. And I was like, I don't know where these things are. Why, like, I don't understand. You're not giving me any tutorial. There's nothing to tell me what I'm supposed to do. And they finally got to an island, and there was some skeleton things there, and one shot me with a barrel or something, and I died, and I turned it off because I was just like, I cannot, I don't care. Like, I don't care enough to play it because it was boring. So I hope, like, it looks nice, but I hope they would bring out some single player for people on their own, because it would be
Very
cool.
much a game you want to play with people. For me, from what I've played of it, it's very much a game you want to be playing with people. Really,
but I don't have people, and I play at times when people are doing other stuff.
You were playing with other people on a boat, though. Were you playing in a?
Yeah, they were there, but I didn't.
There is a single man boat you can use, so like single person.
Okay. I should have.
You could do that way. So you're the master of your own ship. You're not getting pushed around, told what to go and doing things on their speed. I mean, you can do it at your own pace. You could do that. There is that way to go about it. With is it sloop? I think is a single man boat. Maybe I can't remember. Something like that.
Yeah, I'd seen that. There was a big boat, a middle boat. And I waited for the middle one because it didn't tell me that this would be this is how you would play this one. So I was just like, turned it off. I was like, no, I cannot be bothered with something that's not going to tell me how to play. It was like when, what came out and didn't tell me how to play? I can't remember now, but something came out and didn't tell me how to play it. And I was just like, well, what am I supposed to do? Help me. Like,
it's not very intuitive on telling you what to do. And I feel like game benefits from someone kind of holding your hand for a little bit.
Yeah.
Or people experiencing it together and kind of fathoming things out in a group.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, like, so you're kind of left just stood there on your boat, wandering around aimlessly, not knowing where you're going and what you're meant to be doing. It's funny, I watched someone else live stream it this week and watched someone do the exact same thing where they were just wandering around the island at first, taking stuff of everyone, then got on the boat, watched them spend 10 minutes trying to get the boat going.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't find out how to get the boat going. Eventually got it going, and then went and went trying to do a quest. They thought they knew what they had to do for a quest, but you've got to go and put a quest in on the table to activate the quest itself.
Oh,
and then you get a map. You got to put the quest in on the table, vote for that quest because it's still part of the. I don't know why they make you do that in single player mode, but you still got to like vote for a specific quest, and then you'll then get like a map that you can look at, and then you look at the map and you converge that onto the big map downstairs, and then you can sort of track from there where you want to go. But it's so much easier when you've got multiple people on you. You know, so you can have one. You can have one doing the ship stuff, then one on the map, and then one doing other things. So whereas if you're doing it all on your own, you kind of like, okay, I need to stop what I'm doing here, put the anchor down, stop where I'm going, check the map. Let's have a look where I'm going, and then I mean they have done good things with the sloop. To be fair, to make it much easier. For example, the map, you're on the medium ship.
Yeah.
So if you're steering the ship, you'd have to come off the steering wheel, go down the stairs, and into the bottom underneath the ship, wouldn't you? To look at the map.
Yeah.
With the sloop itself, you go off the wheel, turn round, and look over the back of the ship, and you can see down into the room below, which shows the map.
Oh, okay.
So there are handy little like shortcuts and quick things for you to do on single player, but it is so much easier with people. So much easier with people to do stuff. And the problem is, you can get people together, but there's only so much content there. From what I've seen, it's like really cool for probably an hour maybe, and then you kind of get the same quests again, and then it's really cool again when you come across people, and then you get griefed for a little bit, and they take your ship, and you're like, ugh. And then, like I say, there's a buzz when you spot someone in the distance, and you're like, oh, they're coming for you, like, run away, let's go put the sails down, or like, let's go for it, let's go get them, sort of thing. There's something to that, but That's about it. I've not really been on it since release, realistically.
It
Shame, really, because it had such potential, but
it does, but I don't know.
just
It
not that
went
much there.
straight to Game Pass, didn't it? Like Forza.
Yeah, that's it. They're doing that with all the first parties now. Go straight to Game
I don't
Pass.
know if it's a good thing or I don't know.
Gets people to use the Game Pass, and then like people like Kev forget that they've got subscribed to it, and then you just like a Netflix subscription, you just let it run, and you. I said to get the money because you've had probably more than your money's worth out. You could have just bought Forza outright.
It would have been much cheaper to buy Forza.
That's what I did. I didn't want to get involved with the Games Pass because I thought I'm not getting involved in another subscription service. I just buy the games outright and then I've got them.
No, but they're easy, and like on Xbox, especially now, like it's easy enough to cancel things.
Oh yeah. It's just that I forget about it. It's just that I forget about it. If you forget about it, you end up you spend more than you would for the game. Yeah, well, yeah. But that's what they're relying on, people forgetting that it exists.
Yeah. Life gets in the way.
And the thing is, with this Game Pass stuff, it's coming to PC as well. So all current games are on the Microsoft ones are cross-compatible. So Forza's on the PC, Sea of Thieves is on the PC. It all works with PC as well.
That's cool.
And of all, I think the whole Game Pass system itself is coming, so all the games that are on Game Pass at the minute will be playable on the PC as well. So it is a cool thing, Game Pass. But like I say, if you're not using it, then
so Kevin doesn't use it for ages. But there's also
there's loads on there.
Mutant Year Zero, and that's good.
That game you liked, yeah.
XCOM / Mutant
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh god, I played that. I had it on the PC, and that gets hard very quickly. Oh my lord, I was just like, I keep dying. Like it was only like the fifth battle I got into, and I was just dying all the time because it introduced like robots, and I was just like, well, how am I supposed to take out a robot? I don't have the capacity to take him out because there was basically like 7 enemies, and one of the enemies had a tuber on his back, and he would use the tuber to get more people to come.
Oh, right,
so they would come, and you would try. I was like, I did that a couple of times, but right, I'll do it the other way. So I went round the back way, and then there's a robot there who has like a big ring of where he can see you, but you have to get near enough to take him out. So as soon as you get near enough, you get into a circle, he sees you, and then he calls everyone. So I was just like, ugh, can't bother. So I turned it off, and that was months ago. And I really enjoyed the start of it, but yeah, that annoyed me. But yeah, that's on there though. But that's like that game on the PlayStation is 27 quid. Like you can go on there and pay a couple of quid a month, and you've got access to them games. Yes, you get first party, but you also get.
There's a lot of other games on there, a lot of third party as well. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't think I played anything. I went back to Assassin's Creed for 10 minutes, but then I turned that off. I'm just not interested in.
I can't be bothered with that either. I'm really disappointed.
Yeah,
I wanted to like it.
It's beautiful. It's lovely, but then the fact that it's so big and it's so level based, and there's so many like sub quests. Like there's a main quest, and then there's like a second main quest, and then there's. I was just like, I can't bother with it. I just want to do the story, but to do the story, you need to do the second main story, if you know what I mean, because of the way it works out. And I'm just like, ugh, I can't bother. I literally 10 minutes was like, nah, I'm just doing this stuff. I cannot bother. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't care. This is the last one, isn't it, for a couple of years? So,
they'll probably do the couple of year break again and then go back to it again. So yeah, I'll probably go back to it at some point. I think I got the big edition, so I've got the season pass as well. So
okay, that's cool.
We'll see how we go with that. I've barely touched it. I've like barely just got off the boat onto the next onto like out of the opening like late title card that they have again.
Yeah,
I'm barely past that. So there's so much to that game. It's like. I'm probably about 2 or 3 hours in, maybe, and it's like an 80-hour game.
Oh, I'm a lot.
Easy.
Well, I got to the pig, didn't I? And the pig.
Yeah, that's right. I remember the pig now.
Oh my god, that pig was. I swear to God, I'd have never known anything like it in my life. Like, I'm about 10 levels above him now, but I still won't go back to him. Just, it's awful. It's awful. Horrible thing. And The Sims is now reinstalled on my PlayStation, and now I've taught my 12-year-old how to hack it. So she's happy because I didn't like, because her sister's been playing it on the PC and has been using hacks, and Amy, the other child, can play it upstairs, but it's on a console. And I was like, I don't think you can hack it, but we found a way. So basically, all you do is press all the shoulder buttons, and then you can type away. So now she's a millionaire.
Wow.
Loves it. So basically, like, you can hack it, but it will turn all your trophies off, so you won't earn them. She was like, I don't really care for them. I don't get them. Like, whereas me, I couldn't, because I love trophy. Oh my god, do I love a trophy? And she was not bothered, so she's a millionaire now. And I'm like, that's all right, but like, oh god, but you're not really playing it. That just smashed me.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's happy enough. She's building away. She can build a second-story house. I've never been able to do that. I can't work out stairs I just don't know how they work. It annoys me as well, because I want like a big house, but I can't work out stairs, so I just go outward.
Right, yeah. Like a really big bungalow.
Yeah, bungalow, because I just can't work them out. It annoys me that, because I want to do it. But I think that's it. I've been trying to fill my days because I've only got limited time now until I have to go. I haven't touched Red Dead since.
No.
So I played it like the first week, 2. So I played it when we went away.
Yes.
I restarted it again, played it again. I got to, I want to say chapter 4. And I think that's it. That stopped because I had so many assignments to do. I haven't gone back to it, and I want to. But the thing is, I have this digitally, so it's not going anywhere. Do you know what I mean? It's going to stay there forever. What else is here?
I still can't find myself playing that or Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You didn't play Spider-Man?
No, it's not even been put in.
Play Spider-Man Sheepdog. Play Spider-Man Sheepdog. It will, yeah.
I've had it for a month.
You'll really enjoy it.
I'm at the point now where I'm thinking if I just stuck it on Amazon unopened, I'd get all the money I spent, that was spent on it back, and I could just, I don't know.
But it's really
just
good.
Play Spider-Man. You won't regret playing Spider-Man Sheepdog.
Red Dead.
Don't know when I'll have time.
Get rid of it.
Yeah.
But Spider-Man definitely plays Spider-Man. It's so
Play
much.
Spider-Man, yeah.
I don't really
set aside some time, Sheepdog. Set aside an hour for you to just try it.
Just go it out in an
honestly,
hour.
God, honestly, God, you give it an hour.
That's all you'll need. I played an hour or two, and I don't feel the need to go back.
No, but you enjoyed what you played.
Yeah, and then the story started, and I didn't like it. I enjoyed swinging around as Spider-Man and exploring New York and climbing up Avengers Tower.
Is it New York?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then,
it's famously New York, Anna.
But then the story started, and I thought, I'm not that into this. I've had my fun. I've been Spider-Man for
it is fun. It really is.
See, that just makes me want to stick it straight on, because I've done having the fun of Spider-Man when I did it as Batman in all the Batman
but
games.
it's different.
So yeah.
How is it different? How?
Because you're Spider-Man.
Yeah, but I
You
don't
know the
like
difference between a spider and a bat, surely.
I think Spider-Man's the most overrated hero in comics. So
I personally don't like. I didn't like Spider-Man until
does whatever a spider can.
But I really enjoyed it.
Around whatever. What else does a spider do?
Shut up, Sheepdog.
Just play it. Just play the game, Sheepdog.
Even come round here, I'll give you my disc.
Oh, whoa!
I've got a disc.
Yeah, but then you can sell that one. And you can play mine for an hour.
Around here.
No, I'll just give him the disc, and then he can go and play it for an hour, and then come back, and then
he can stay at the end of the driveway. You can walk down to him. He's not coming in.
Why? You went into his house the other day.
Yeah, I know.
He was dragged in. He didn't get a choice. I invited him and he said no, and then Ollie dragged him in.
Yeah. I wasn't going to go in there on your invitation.
And then he hit him, smacked him on the butt or something. I can't remember. He said something, and he just stood up and hit you on the backside. And
He also said that me, you, and your good lady wife should all share a bed.
I can't remember why he said that. You should live with us.
He wanted me to move in and sleep with you two.
You literally been at the door, and he's like, "You live here now. You can sleep in Mummy and Daddy's room." It's like, okay. He likes us having visitors. He was well excited that you came round.
I'm
Does he remember Kev? Because he hasn't seen him for a while.
I think he's just aware that I do podcasts and stuff with Kev. Kev and Anna are just a pair of people that exist down the road. We stop outside your house sometimes, and I pick stuff up from you, and you bring stuff, and it's just interesting. You're only ever there when something, Comic-Con. Yeah, you played Pokemon Go with us.
Talking of Comic-Con and going places, I can't believe you didn't all excitedly reply to my tweet earlier on today. I have got my res ticket sorted now.
Yeah, I sighed at you because we had the discussion about whether you wanted to do that, and you said, "What's the point?" And
no. Pab said, "What's the point?" I, of course, am going to res. I go to res every year. I'm sure you'll all come with me as ever.
Yay! For 20 minutes.
Yeah, 20 minutes is all you need.
Yeah, that is not for me. It's a waste of my time coming down there for 20 minutes.
You should get there a bit earlier then. Me and Bouncy were in there for a good 3 hours last year.
Yeah, and I'm not paying 70 quid for a train ticket to come down first thing in the morning and get lost. For 20 minutes.
Pab.
For 20 minutes, it's not worth my time.
Lazy old Pab.
It is not worth the show itself is probably fine if that's the sort of thing you're into. But
you had the pleasure of recording a podcast live outside Winston Churchill's basement or something.
Yeah, breaking news. I record a podcast every single week with you. I don't need to do it.
You don't get to do it live on the streets of London with me and Bouncy.
I'll get to do it
that was a rare
I'll get to do it
you.
at Comic-Con and DGX, and I'll have had my fill of you. I don't need any more.
Sheepdog, you can come to Rest. You love Rest.
No, because I felt really bad when I upset the bouncer the last time I went, when he was like, whoa, where are you going? It's only been open 20 minutes. Mate, we've seen everything. It's terrible. Let me out. And he just wouldn't get out of my way. And I felt really het up, but he wouldn't get out of my way and let me out. But then I felt really bad that he seemed genuinely offended. Like, you haven't given it a chance. I'm like, mate, we walked on the whole thing. It's the same tired old trash that's here every year.
Well,
none of it's ever going to see the light of day.
We'll be going to enjoy Prison Architect and Gang Beasts and
Escape Artists, whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Escapists and all my favourite games that I go and look at from the edge of the room every year at this event.
I don't have the energy to pretend that I'm impressed with somebody's life work. And I feel like I'm going to get flack for this, so I shouldn't say it, but I've had 2 beers. I'm at that perfect. I can say what I want and I don't care. I don't care that somebody spent their entire life making this. It doesn't look very good. It's not interesting. The story sucks. And just because you spent your entire life on it, it does not mean that I have to respect it. Good for you. You're living the dream. I support that. I respect that. But I can say your game's rubbish. It is rubbish. Don't talk to me. 7 years I've been waiting to say that.
Sheepdog's reading out the reviews of Megastan.
No, 7 years I've wanted to say that, I think, because this thing is the same every time.
Oh, be fair, you didn't know what indie games were 7 years. It took us a good couple of years to discover them. It's 5 years you wanted to say that.
There have been probably 5 amazing ones since we started the show. And when we ended up having the night shift, constantly trying to get us to play the biggest indie games.
Never heard of them.
They were always terrible games, pretty much. I mean, Jesus. And I just felt like we spent way too much time being asked to play stuff that just wasn't very good and having to either forget to review it because we didn't want to upset anyone or just, yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to Rest.
But you aren't, because you're going to walk around it for 15 minutes filming and then you're going to go into town. You're only going there to go into town and buy a comic.
How dare you?
You know it's true.
I'm also going to go and try a vegan burger. Well, that was the other reason for wanting a trip. I can go and try a V-burger, which I've been challenged to try, as I am now king of the vegans.
Keep saying this.
Yeah, when I'm selling King of the Vegan T-shirts, because I am king of the vegans. When I convert, Pab.
Are you like, is Kevin vegan?
He's tempted to convert because he's just being a bit wangy about it this week.
I am. Not just this week. It's been the last few weeks. Now I know you can get steak. The last thing is a good burger. And apparently there's a place in Camden Market called V-Burger that does a delicious vegan burger. If it's as good as I'm told it is, then there's no reason for me to continue to eat meat. Everything that I enjoy about meat can be fully replaced with grass slop or whatever it is that they used to make.
Does that mean you found the bacon and the cheese and whatever else it was you were saying?
Well, I assume that's all in this burger.
All right.
I said someone needs to find me a vegan burger as good as a Five Guys bacon cheeseburger, and immediately several people came back and said you need to go to V-Burger in Camden. So I'm going to go to V-Burger in Camden.
I reckon you'll like it, but I also wonder how they would know if they were true vegans. Where have they eaten a Five Guys in this country?
Probably Five Guys long became vegan.
How long have they been vegan then?
I don't know. I didn't grill everybody who came back to me with suggestions.
You should have grilled them like a vegan burger.
Even if they've only been vegan for 2 weeks. They're the best. They're the best judge. If they're telling me that burger's as good as their old burgers, then that's exactly what I want to hear. I don't want someone who's been vegan since birth saying, this is the most delicious burger I've ever had. What are you comparing it against?
That's the point I was making, but you kind of beat me with logic there.
That's what I do. So yeah, once I become vegan, Pab, you'll become vegan too. I'm going to convert you.
No.
Then we won't go to Bodine's anymore. We'll go and have a salad when we're down in London.
You will.
I feel like something weird's been going on since Christmas. I said to you briefly on Twitter, but my wife was reading some article that said apparently she said to me, she took me to one side, in fact, which was very alarming because I thought, what the hell's going on here? Why is she taking me to one side to tell me something?
To one side of what? Where were you?
I don't know, in my kitchen, but she kind of called me over away from the kids to have a chat with me about something she'd read and said that apparently the one biggest thing you could do to save the environment this year is to go vegan. I just looked at her and was like, what? Like, why are you telling me this? And she was just, I just wondered if you fancied meat. And I was like, no. Just went back to what I was doing. I was baffled. And then a couple of days later, I was on Facebook, and Shelley, who was giving you all the information yesterday on Twitter, she was telling me about all her and her partner, what they eat all the time because they're vegan-ish, I think. And I was like, again, who's set you on me? The meat industry, sorry, not the meat industry, the vegan industry have just decided I'm target number
Perhaps
one.
It is the meat industry. They want to stop you giving them a bad name.
Maybe. But they tried Claire, they tried Shelley. Now you're suddenly going through it and go, oh, you're
And just to prove Amazon's listening, I've just got onto Amazon, and I don't even have to type it in. The first thing on the Amazon homepage is "Feed me vegan for all occasions." Stop listening to me, you monster!
It's just weird that I feel like I'm being attacked from all angles, and I don't really. I said to you, didn't I? I don't know why we've turned into a vegan podcast here all of a sudden, but I feel like there's other ways to help the environment that are probably more useful than what I eat. I don't eat that much meat anyway.
I've seen you eat 7 steaks in a row and then have ribs afterwards.
That was once.
The fact that you've done it once means you aren't entitled to say I don't eat that much meat.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't really. I don't at all because the vegetarian cooks all my meals, so you know. There's not that much meat in it, funnily enough. But get like solar panels or something. I don't know. That'll help, wouldn't it? I buy my power off a 100% green energy supplier, so I basically already saved the environment. Thank you, and good night.
Something wrong with you.
Stop using plastic.
I can't stop using plastic. I love plastic.
What have you done to our podcast? People won't want to go to MG now because you'll just be preaching at them.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to be there wearing hemp.
What are you eating there, Pumba? Meat. I'm vegan. You just be telling everyone, I'm Kev, I'm a vegan.
Don't forget, a teetotal vegan.
Are you teetotal now?
I haven't had a drink for over a year. Well over a year. Probably. I've not drunk regularly for like 3 or 4 years. But I haven't drunk at all. So I think the last drink I had was at Bodine's at some point. And Anna told me I wasn't allowed.
It wasn't last time either. Because they stopped putting the drink on the menu, didn't they? Your drink.
Yeah, my maple old-fashioned.
Porn star martini or whatever it was you had.
Yeah, but they don't even do them anymore. So now I can't get my favourite drink. I don't drink at all. So yeah, teetotal vegan. Come to our party, everybody.
Let's just wrap it up and cancel everything, eh?
Well, that's what will happen if people don't come along. I'm cancelling I'm not cancelling the podcast. I just ain't doing it anymore. You lot can carry on. But if we can't even fill an MGPX anymore, I'm wash my hands of it. I'm done. So,
I'm probably
FM/MGPX.
Probably annoyed most people with my rant about indie gaming, so I think we're probably all right. I think if you ain't killed it off, killed it off.
Excellent stuff. Pab will rebuild without us and go from strength to strength.
So I haven't got to have to, don't it? Yeah.
Poor old Anna's just sat there going, well, screw you both.
Anna's always said she refuses to do it without me.
It's because you will make a noise otherwise.
Yeah, the one time I've tried to record with her without you butted in the background so much, it might as well have been your show.
Yeah.
I can't remember why did we try and do a podcast together?
What was it? I don't know. I remember when we were recording and Anna just popped in a few months ago.
Yeah, she opened her laptop and was just there.
I'm sure I recorded another podcast with Anna, some sort of better program where Kev wasn't there and he still appeared. And it was like, trying other things.
I remember you recording a bits and pieces from my garage without me, inexplicably. Why did that happen?
No idea. You wouldn't leave us alone, though, would you?
Yeah, I banged on the garage door.
It was your house.
Yeah. Why were you doing that in my garage?
I never had any recording equipment, did I?
Strange world. Right, let's wrap this up. I'm done. Not done yet. You've still got the opportunity to save the podcast and save MGPX, but we're done for this week. You can follow us on the Twitter at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
You can follow me at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
I'm at Pab1986.
And don't forget to get those MGPX tickets at lelujo.fm/MGPX. And a splendid time we had by all. And if we fund it by next week's show, I'll add a punch Sheepdog in the face ticket.
Oh, I'll be up for that. Yeah, make it. How much money would I be willing to be punched for?
I'm already drafting a tweet to Pumba now.
It's probably not as much money as you'd think. 250 quid.
£250 for a punch Sheepdog in the face ticket.
Yeah.
Pumba, we know you're listening. Are you up for that?
Yeah, but he's all mouth, no trouser, isn't he?
By the way, buy Bouncy's trousers, so he's all mouth, loads of trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a lover, not a fighter.
I
saw that man snap a pool cue just because I was calling him names.
Didn't he tip you over in your chair?
He did.
Wasn't man enough to spill my drink though, was he? Yeah. Just by the way, going back to my rant from earlier, if I spend 5 years working on something, you are obligated to like that, by the way. I think it goes without saying.
If you ever spent 5 years.
If I put my life, my blood, sweat and tears into something, you've all got to just say it's great because it was me, but not random indie game developers that we don't know.
See you next week, boys and girls.
Have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.